I welcome all of you for this amazing session. So we're going to spend 30 minutes together. Is that okay with you? If it is okay with you, type in yes on your chat box. 30 minutes. If it is okay, type in yes on your chat box. Okay, Rasika said yes. Okay, Haran said yes. Of course, Haran doesn't have any choice. Okay, great, great. Okay, so obviously it's a pleasure to be here. So when we do what we're going to talk about today is about networking, effective networking, right? So before going into the presentation, let's now, as Ravindu said, that energy is very important, right? So when it comes to energy, so since I have been introduced as the energy powerhouse, so I need to keep up to the standard, right? So I would like to take you through three process, and those three process, end of the third process, you will be in a high energy state. How many of you would like to be in a high energy state? If you want to, just type in energy on your chat box. Type in energy on your chat box. Yes, so it's going to be an engaging session. It's just not I am delivering and you are listening. By delivering, I mean delivering the speech. Okay, great. So with that, so I will take you through the first step. So if you're with me, so I will invite all of you to unmute your camera. Brilliant. Okay, and I want you to stand up. Can you stand up? All of you stand up. Yes. Come on, this is how we do this, right? So you have been sitting there for a while. By the way, I was listening to some of the speakers. They have been amazing, outstanding, brilliant. Especially the second speaker. I love her opening. Okay, so with that, so we will first of all I will take you through a breathing exercise. Now, some of you must be thinking, I'm here for a training, network training. What is got to do with breathing? Don't worry, trust the process, it will give you the result. If you trust me, put up your hand and show it like this. If you trust me, put up your hand and show it. Okay, okay, great. Okay, so I want you to breathe. The breathing style would be 4 inhale, 4 exhale. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath. Great. How are you feeling right now? Type it on your chat box. How are you feeling after that breathing? How are you feeling? Type it on your chat box. Good. Okay. I said great. Okay, great. How about the rest of the people? Okay. Did you guys do the breathing? Okay. Okay, great. So now next we will do attitude of gratitude. I can see a bit of confusion on the audiences. Don't worry, as I told you, trust the process. It will give you the result. Because all of you are here to learn. Now it's Saturday evening. You're supposed to be with your family or friends, but you are here to develop yourself. You know, in the whole wide world, only 3% of people invest on themselves for their self-development. And you belong to that 3%. I want you to do like this. Take your hand and put it like this. And tap on your back and say, good job. Say, good job. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm loving this audience. Brilliant. Okay, so next is attitude of gratitude. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you hear this? Can somebody give me a feedback? Can you hear the music? Ravindu, can you hear it?
Still not sure.
Now?
No, sure, still not.
Can you hear now?
Yes. Can you please volume up?
Great. Okay, so now, if I assume everybody can hear me, right? If you can hear me, type in yes on your chat box. Yeah, if you can hear me, type in yes on your chat box. Okay, great. So I'm going to take you through a closed-eye process called attitude of gratitude. So the reason behind we're doing this, because there are audience who will be asked why we have to do this, right? So the reason behind, when you are grateful, fear disappears, possibility appears. And public speaking is, for most of us, a fear factor. So once you go through this process, it will give you that positiveness that you will be here with us. Is that okay with you? If it is okay, just raise your hand. Okay, great. So with that, I want you to put both of your hands on top of your heart. If you don't know where your heart is, it's here. Some of us actually don't know sometimes where our heart is, right? Okay, great. So I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. So don't worry. If somebody is around you, turn around and tell that person, it's not me, it's African-looking Bangladeshi who made me do this. Blame it on me. Just blame it on the trainer. Don't worry. Just tell that person. Okay? Especially to Shiva Haran. Okay, I know he's been logging in from his workplace. Okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. One more time. Thank yourself for being here. Say thank you. Thank yourself for being here. Some of you thinking, why should I thank myself? But my question to you, when was the last time you thanked yourself? We have such a high standard. We always tend to beat ourselves up if something doesn't go our way. But when was the last time we thank ourselves? I want you to thank your eyes for looking at beautiful things around you. I want you to thank your hands for making things happen. I want you to thank your legs for take you from places to places. I want you to thank yourself for being so awesome. Some of you thinking, me awesome? Isn't that too much? Trust me, you are awesome. And I want you to tell yourself, I am awesome. You can say it out loud if you want to, or you can say it within yourself, silently. Just tell yourself, I am awesome. If you want to take it to the next level, you can say it in a loud voice. Say, I am awesome. I am outstanding. I am brilliant. I am loved. I am confident. I am unstoppable. And thank yourself. I want you to feel the feeling of gratefulness right now. I want you to feel the feeling of gratefulness right now. I want you to connect yourself, connect within yourself, and tell yourself, thank you. Thank you. Take a deep breath. One more time. Great. Now open your eyes and give me some feedback. How was that? How are you feeling now after that? Type it in your chat box. Davinder says like this. Okay. Type it in your chat box. How are you feeling? Great. Just type it. Just type how are you feeling. Relaxed. Okay. Nikra said relaxed. Feeling energized. Okay, great. Wow. Brilliant. You're already feeling energized, so you would love the next session. Okay. So now is the third step, right? Are you ready for the third step? Okay. So the easiest way, I didn't ask you to sit down. We are still standing. Yeah, we are still standing. Okay. So as a human being, we are an emotional creature, and the fastest way to create emotion, and as a speaker also we are very emotional. We express our emotion as a speaker as well, right? It's not about the content; it's about how you lead the audience, how happy, sad. So that is very important, right? So the fastest way to create emotion by motion, right? And the fastest way to create motion is by dancing. Yes, you heard it right. So we're gonna do some dancing right now. How many of you are up for dancing? How many of you are up for dancing? Hold on. Do not worry. This is the part of the process. Still, some of you are thinking, where is the training? What is this guy talking about? Okay. So, okay. How many of you are up for dancing? Raise your hand. Oh, simply love it. Great. Gafur, thank you so much. Ravindu, thank you. Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a song. Okay, you can put me on the main speaker view. Put me on the speaker view. Pin my video, and then I'm gonna do some dancing move, and you have to do those moves with me. Is that okay with you? Yeah. Okay. Again, turn to the person who's near you. Tell them it's not me. It's this guy making me do it. Right. So just blame it on me. Don't worry. Okay. Ready? Can you hear this?
Yes, we can hear you, Shuvo.
Okay, great. Come on. Come on, do it like this. Come on. Woo-hoo. Okay. Do it like this. On this side. All right. Strong. Like this. Woo. Where do we go? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Never be the same. Life is changing.
Life will never be the same. Life is changing. Everybody needs somebody to love.
Woo. Yeah.
Everybody needs somebody
Great. Give yourself a round of applause. Great. Amazing. Amazing. Great. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. How are you feeling? Type it in your chat box. Let me know how are you feeling now. How are you feeling now? How is your energy level right now? Yes. Energized. Nikra said energized. Natasha, that was cool. Yes. Yes, Natasha, that was really cool. Thank you for your feedback. Brilliant. So let's get into the presentation. I know some of you are dying for this. Okay. Let me just share my screen. Okay, that would be Okay, can you see this? Hello?
Yes, we can see the Shuvo network.
Missing.
Okay, got it. But okay. Is it on the presentation mode?
No, it's not in the presentation mode, Shuvo.
Okay.
See everything on your desktop.
Okay, got it. Thank God there is nothing unwanted on my desktop. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's still, okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so how many of you agree with this statement? Your network is your net worth. If you agree on this, type it on your chat box. Say agree. Say, type it on your chat box, agree. Okay, so that's it. So if you agree with this, that's it. So there is no required to have the training then if you have agreed with this. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, sure. I mean, this is always a network is very important for any corporates, anybody, whether you're a professional or you're getting into a profession, right? Or even students, right? So what we're gonna do is, the objective of this presentation is, so before I go to the presentation, let me tell you a story, or let me share with you something. You know, how many of you have gone to a cocktail or let's say a business gathering, right? Whereby you don't know anybody, but you have to introduce yourself and go and introduce yourself, exchange cards, or tell them that okay, hey, this is what I'm doing, or get your background, right? So before approaching the person, you will look at the person and say, no man, he looks good, but probably he will be when I talk to him, probably he will be very serious. He will not open up to me. So you don't stop. You stop. You don't go and talk to them. So externally you look like you're in control, like yes, I'm in control. But internally you're feeling very scared to go and talk to people. How many of you face this kind of situation? Any of you? So just type in I on your chat box. Just type in I on your chat box. Great, thank you. Thank you for being honest. Thank you. It's not easy. It's not easy when you say you're the person to do it like that, right? So if you're not facing this problem, that's fine, no problem. That's, we are not saying that. So what happened? So let me just share with you what we're gonna learn. So we're gonna learn how to when you meet some people, how to converse with ease, right? And so objective of this presentation is to help the participant to overcome the fear making conversation with anyone in the social gathering. So after this presentation, you will be able to do that. I will share with you 4 steps. I'll share with you 4 steps of different conversation, and then I'll share with you some tips and tricks how to engage with the person. Will that be good? Yes? Is that good? Okay, so if it is good, type in good on your chat box. Great. So this should be the aim of the presentation. So as I told you, so we're going to learn 4 different levels of conversation, right? And then identify the techniques on the conversation. So let's get into the business. Okay, I require a volunteer. Who would like to be a volunteer? Can unmute the camera and the mic. Who would like to join? Who would like to join? Preferably a speech crafter. Yeah. Who would like to join? Yes. If you don't join, I also have the authority like the table topic master to choose as well. How about Natasha? Natasha, are you there? Hello.
Hi, sir. I'm not in a state to read.
Sorry?
I'm not in a state to talk or read because I'm not at home.
Okay, got it. Okay. So how about Rimza? Or
Will I take part?
Yeah, who's that?
I'm Rasika.
Yes, Rasika. Let's do this. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Please give Rasika a huge round of applause. Brilliant. Are you a Toastmaster?
No,
Okay,
today is my
great.
second day.
Okay, now to all due respect to my Toastmasters friend, because this program is for them to develop, so that's why I specifically asked for somebody who's a non-Toastmaster. Because today I'm talking to you like this is because of Toastmaster. One, there was a time I was like you. I was scared to talk. So Toastmasters helped me to find the voice. Okay, so let's see. Let's say me and Rasika, right? So we have gone to Haran's house, right? For Haran's first child's birthday, right? So then I meet Rasika, and then first time, and I've never met her before, right? And then I talk to her like this. Hi Rasika, hi, my name is Shuvo. What's your name?
Hi,
supposed to
I'm
be-
Rasika.
Hi Rasika, hi. So how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, okay. So you're a friend of Haran or his wife?
Not actually,
Okay, okay. So, so
but I know him. But I know him because of the Toastmasters.
because of Toastmasters. Okay, okay, great.
Yes,
So you
he's
see
the first
what?
person I spoke to.
Brilliant. So you see, what am I doing here? First, when I'm speaking to Rasika, I am starting the conversation, right? So this level of conversation is called level 1, right? Level 1. Now it can be this way as well. Okay, I can even that's the level 1, and then let's go to the level 2, right? Level 2 is, so I have actually touched on level 2 already, because level 2 is the fact disclosure. Because I've already asked Rasika that, okay, how do you know Haran? Or now the conversation can be like this. So where do you work, Rasika? Let's continue the conversation.
But I couldn't
So we
get you,
go-
sir.
Where do you work, Rasika? Where do you work?
I'm working at Lanka Private Limited.
Okay. How long you're working there?
Almost 10 years now.
Oh, wow, 10 years, right? So what am I doing right now? I'm finding facts by asking questions. Now, some of you must be thinking that what is this guy talking about? This is like a simple thing, though. I just go in and talk to anybody like that. Now, some of the things I'm going to mention here, it's not a rocket science. But sometimes when we go into this gathering, social gathering, the fear of speaking to strangers is so big that we tend to forget simple steps, right? That will give us an effective result. So this will help you to overcome that fear, right? So, but don't do it like this. Okay, okay, this is level 1 conversation. This level 2 conversation. Don't do it like that, but follow and talk to the person as it comes naturally, right? Now the level 3. So level 3 conversations are usually after talking to the person, you find, okay, so sorry, Rasika, where are you working?
I'm working for Lanka Clear Private Limited,
Lanka.
a company owned by Central Bank.
What do you do? What do you do on that?
I'm serving as a manager procurement there.
Right.
Apart
Okay.
from that, I'm the account manager for Pan Asia Bank.
Right. So you see the conversation is growing, right? So then you can also ask you. Why don't you ask me some question like that?
I would like to know something about you, sir.
Okay. So my name is Shuvo. I'm from Bangladesh, settled here in Sri Lanka for 15 years, and so I love since 2005 I'm here. Love the country, love the people, very nice. And but what do you think? What do you think? Recently we have seen COVID has impacted us so badly. What do you think about it? Now, in a real, now you let me clarify one thing. In the real scenario, we always want to be onto the level 3 conversation. we start with the level 1, but then after fact finding can be like central bank. She's working for central bank, or she asked me where I'm from. So what I'm doing is that I'm asking for her viewpoint. What does she think? So most of the time we tend to be on the level 3 conversation, right? Now the level 4, what is it? Level 4 is personal feeling. Now, when I say personal feeling, don't go and talk about like very emotional things. No, not like that. But to express your feeling that okay, I ask for a viewpoint, right? So, what do you think about that, Rasika, the present COVID situation?
In my point of view, yeah, in the beginning, it was a hard task, but I took it as an advantage because I set up my life to balance my work life as well as my family life.
Right.
Because I have reduced my traveling time. More than 4 hours I saved. So I
Right.
utilized that period for my education, for the education, enhance and to be with my son. So
Right.
actually it's a positive thing.
Okay.
And
Got
the work I have done during that, the working from home situation, also the very effective.
Okay. Brilliant.
And I,
So, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish it.
yeah, that with compared to the when I take it like this. When I go to the office, we waste time for several meetings and talking with each other and non-essential things. But
Mhm.
in a home, when you are working, you have a limited crowd in
Got
at
it.
home.
Right.
So
So,
you have saved some money and the
brilliant.
time as well.
Okay, got it. Brilliant. I thought that was the one of the best role players I have got so far. So usually we struggle to go from level 1 to level 4, but since this is a safe space, that's why you're able to share it like that, right? Please give her a round of applause. So the thing is that if you look at that, if you look at the different levels of it, so idea would be start from the level 1 and then go towards level 4. Now, please do not go and talk to strangers, especially guys. Just go and don't go and talk to a beautiful girl on level 4. That would be a totally different outcome. Trust me, you will not get the result. It will be different result, right? So obviously, if you want to talk to her, start with small talk, then the level 2, level 3, level 4, right? Great. So these are the 4 levels of conversation. Now let me show you something. Okay, so how many of you would like to learn some techniques so how to initiate the conversation with a stranger? How many? I will share with you some techniques. Would you like to learn that? Those are the 4 levels, right? So I will share with you some techniques which would be very simple but very effective. Would you like to learn? If you like to learn, type in I would like to learn, or just type in learn on your chat box. Okay, great. Oh wow. Okay, Shivahara said I would like to learn. Okay, okay, great. So first of all, here it comes. The first one is have a welcoming attitude. Now, what is a welcoming attitude? What is this welcoming attitude? Now, uh, let's say okay. Let me take the example of Rasika. Let me take as an example. So when I first meet Rasika, and then what I do is I go and talk to Rasika in this way. Can you see me? Can you see my face?
Yes,
You can
sir.
see my face? Okay. Raise your hand if you can see my face. So so if you go and with a very low energy, you go and say, hello, hi. My name is Shuvo. What's your name? So you are a friend of Haran, or you are at a birthday party. So when I approach you in that way, right? How do you feel, Rasika?
It's not energetic.
Right.
It
So
can't continue for long.
so as a woman, when when somebody come and talk to you, a male person who's coming and talking to you in a very suspicious way, how would you feel? Was I suspicious? Let's
I
forget
also
about
feel
that.
suspicious then.
Yeah,
I'm a
let's
little bit
forget.
scared.
Yeah, so let's forget about the energy part of it, but it was a bit suspicious as well, right? So okay, that's one part of it. So said, let me show you another one. So, hi, how are you? My name is Shuvo. What's your name? So then you say, my name is Rasika. So how do you know? Sir, Haran is a friend of mine. How long you know Haran, right? So which one was better, first one or the second one?
Second one, definitely.
What do you think about the second one? Why do you say second one?
Because I feel that the confidence that person is having behind,
So that gives
and
you, yeah, go ahead.
more energy to talk with and continue the conversation.
So did I look suspicious?
No, not at all.
Okay. So my friends in the audience, request to you, when you go and approach a lady, don't be creepy, be with high energy, with a welcoming attitude. They will talk to you, right? Same goes for the ladies as well. And okay, next one is, of course, there will be a cultural difference. Probably in Sri Lanka, we will think about the culture. Okay, how can I go and approach a man, right? But then again, if that person is able to deliver the business what you want, or is able to help you in different ways, I'm sure you will find a way to approach in a very welcoming attitude, right? So the next one is very simple. The biggest asset that we have, the biggest asset, right? Can I see, okay, Gafur, can I see you smiling? Can I see you smiling? Okay, great. Brilliant. Okay, great. So smile. So do you remember, Rasika, when I talked to you second time, did I smile? Okay, I remember. I remember. I smiled, right? So smile is a very important part of welcoming somebody, right? So because when if you look at my face and a very serious face, I welcome you. Obviously, you will not like it, right? So the overthinkers in the audience, for you, it is as simple as that. Now, if you're looking for a rocket science, this is actually not rocket science. It's simple day in, day out things, right? Because we are working professionals, we have to have small tips which will have a bigger impact. Do you agree with me? Okay, great. Okay, next one is high energy, which we covered already, right? So we have seen in the previous role play. So far you have learned something. If you have learned something, type yes on your chat box. Type yes on your chat box. Now you have welcomed the person, and with a high energy, with a nice smile. So you are talking like now how to continue now when you start the conversation. One of the challenge what we have is continuing the conversation. How many of you have that challenge? Okay, don't know what to talk or how to talk, right? So let me share with you some tips. Would you like to know some of the tips? Okay, great. First of all, be interested, not interesting. What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Okay, since I can see Rasika only on this. Okay, Rasika, can I invite you to be another role play?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, okay, let's watch the conversation. Let's watch the conversation. So we are doing level 1 conversation. Hello, hi, my name is Shuvo. What's your name?
I'm Rasika.
So you continue talking about yourself. Continue.
I'm Rasika, and I'm working as a manager procurement at Lanka Clear.
Okay. Yes. I get that. Yeah. You are Rasika, I am Shuvo. But I'm a friend of Haran. I'm from Bangladesh. We are very good in cricket, right? We beat Sri Lanka in cricket in Bangladesh. Do you remember? Yeah, you guys recently in the game, right? And then I've been in Sri Lanka for 15 years, and but this is how I live my life. I live in Madivela. So what am I doing here?
You are
Can anybody
telling
tell me
about,
what am I doing here?
yeah, you are telling about yourself.
Exactly. So I am trying to be, by telling about myself, I'm trying to be interesting.
Interesting, yes.
Interesting, right? So then, okay, let's switch the conversation. Now let's say, hi, my name is Shuvo. What's your name? Let's
I'm
continue.
Rasika.
Okay, tell me about yourself, Rasika.
Yeah, as I told you, I'm working at Lanka Clear, and the Lanka Clear is a company owned by Central Bank and all commercial banks.
Okay,
Apart from that, at present, I'm working as a council member of Institute of Supplies and Material Management as well.
okay, wow, okay, brilliant, okay, great. So you see,
And
okay, now let me stop you there. So, so you see, now what did I do in this segment?
you be interested in myself.
Exactly. Please give her a round of applause. Brilliant. Brilliant. So rather than being interesting, I was interested. So the easiest way to be interested on somebody else's life is just continuously ask questions, find out what they're doing. And as a human being, we tend to express ourselves more. And in that way, you'll be connecting and continuing the conversation, right? The next one is a good conversation. So how many of you agree on this? This next. How many of you agree with this? If you agree with this, type in agree on your chat box. Why do I have to be a good listener? Why do I have to? I can just talk whatever I want to talk, no? Why? Talk, that sounds social archive. Okay, yeah. So why do you think it is? Gafu, would you like to answer that? Why do you think, do you agree with this?
Yes.
Why do you agree with this? Why do
Hello?
you think it is? Why do you think it is like that?
Yeah. Now, when you are having a conversation with another party, now the conversation should continue. So
Right.
if he is not interested, only you talking to that person, it won't materialize. So that person also should have some interest to have a continued conversation with you.
Right. Okay.
So you must have some interest on him as well.
Right. Now I'm talking about the second one. So why do you have to be a good listener to continue the conversation? Why do you have to be a good listener? What listening got to do with the conversation?
Yes, because then you come to know some sort of information about him.
Right.
So whether
And then-
to continue, it is a proper person to continue the discussion or not.
Yes. Yes. So then you can continue
Yes.
from there. Please give him a round of applause.
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So always remember, always hear that what they're saying. And based on that, you build your conversation. Right? Next one is offer an honest compliment. Now, it's a very tricky thing. Don't go and let's say somebody overweight and go and say, "Oh my God, you look so thin." Don't do it that way, right? So go and maybe that person is wearing a nice tie. Give a compliment. It's always a conversation starter, always. Or how it works is that when you give a compliment, right? Let's say, okay, so when you give a compliment, then what happens? You feel like talking to that person, right? Yeah?
Feel happy?
Yeah, you feel happy and then you feel like talking to that person, right? If I
Yes.
come and say, wow, Rasika, I love your hair, it's so curly, right? I mean, let's say we meet in a while. So then we start the conversation in that way, right? So like that, if now when you're doing a compliment for the gentleman in the room, just be careful how you're giving the compliment. Put it in a very proper way so that you don't overdo it, right? So compliment always is a conversation starter. I was interviewing somebody the other day. So today morning I interviewed somebody in the morning. So she came to my office and she was wearing a lovely sari. So when I saw her, I never met her. When I saw her, the first thing I told her that you are wearing a lovely sari. And that started a different level of conversation with her. I felt like she's engaging and I'm also talking to her. It was very useful, right? So offer a compliment. And next one is always ask a open-ended question. What, how, and why. use these three type of questions. What are you doing? How are you? Why are you here? What would you do? Like that. So that you can continue the conversation. So those are the 4 tips I can share with you. So how many of you learned something so far? Raise your hand. Okay, great. So with that, I just, yeah, so I wanted to give you an example of, now these days we have a conversation through WhatsApp a lot. How many of you have WhatsApp? Sorry, it's a very redundant question. How many of you have WhatsApp, right? So I just got a real life example I just wanted to share with you. So this gentleman, so he's one of our trainer who trains on supply chain, right? So we represent ISCEA, which is the world's best supply chain certification program. So I was talking to one of the HR head in MAS. So then I was talking to her, but we were not able to connect with each other. So then she wanted me to send a. So then I try to understand that how does she want that? I ask myself one question: how can I send a message that will help her to reach out to her team members? So then I typed this message with the flyer, and then what she did, you see on the right hand side, it said, "This is easy to share. I will share this." So with this conversation, so what I did is the secret is always think on the other side what they're thinking, how they will read. Put yourself on their shoe, how they will read, and then they will take action because you want to influence them in that way. So this is one of the examples I just wanted to share with you. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just almost another. So just to quick summary. So how many levels of conversations are there? How many levels? 4. 4. What are the 4? Can you go ahead and say it? What are the 4 level? Say it.
Hello, initial conversation.
Okay. And
Hello,
then second
initial.
one.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Rasika, I cannot hear you. Yeah, go ahead. Gafur, go ahead. Or Chintana, what's your name? Okay, so who would like to share? What are the 4 levels of conversation?
Small talk.
I would like to.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
The first level is small talk.
Okay. Then number 2.
Level 2, fact disclosure.
Okay. Number 3.
Opinions and viewpoints.
Number 4.
Personal feeling.
Okay, great. Can you identify yourself? Who's this?
So I'm Jerome.
Oh, Jerome, brilliant. Wow. Please give him a round of applause. Awesome. Brilliant. Okay. So what are the so how to initiate conversation? Who would like to go for that? The second one. Anybody? Who would like to go for it? How to initiate conversation? Okay, let's just have a look at it. So these are the 3 ways.
Greetings.
Okay. Have a welcoming
Greeting.
attitude. Okay.
Yes.
And then have a bright smile. And then high energy, right? Okay. And then what are the 4 tips I shared with you in the conversation? Be interested, not interesting. A good conversation is listen to the person, right? And offer compliment and have an open-ended question. Great. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, next time when you go, I know I have not shared rocket science with you, very simple things, but these are very effective techniques, right? This I have been using. Now this is what I did just now. It's a presentation from one of the Toastmasters manual. I have actually learned it and applied to my life, right? I'll finish my presentation with a story. I'm a very introvert person, right? And so when I settled in Sri Lanka, nobody knows me. And so I joined this Toastmaster, and then and I made a lot of friends being a part of Toastmaster, and Toastmasters helped me to find my voice. And when I'd gone through this manual, I actually practiced it day in, day out. Now, currently, after living in Sri Lanka for 16 years, I'm an entrepreneur and I represent a uh, world-class hospital in Sri Lanka. And my company, we represent international speakers like Tony Robbins, T. Harv Eker, Robert Kiyosaki. Now, just imagine 16 years back when I settled here, nobody knows me. But because of these tips and techniques I shared with you, I practice day in, day out. And that has given me a result and a result which has helped me in many ways. So my invitation to you, you are at the right place. There's Ravindu, Haran, Chaturanga, all the other Toastmasters, Jaya Pratap, they are here to help you to find your voice. My invitation to you, this will definitely join Toastmaster. It will definitely help you. And it will help you to make your dream into reality, for sure, no doubt about it. I am a living, breathing example for that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, next time when you go into any social gathering, do not feel like this. You go into a social gathering with a smiley face and open arms and with a very positive attitude, just say, "Hi, my name is Shuvo. What is your name?" Over to you.